And I'm here. Hello, everyone. How about some clapping? How about some clapping? Hopefully, audio is working. Desktop audio is working. Stream's looking good. How are we? I've got coffee. I got everything set up. It should be a good day. Welcome. So, let's see. Happy Easter. Who do we have? 3D Medic Vince is here. Whoa, it's the illusion. Hello, how are you? Happy Easter. Stephen Lightspeed, Techie Dad. Teresa, it is way too early in the morning for you to be on this stream, but thank you for joining. It is always appreciated. Amet is here. Tom, the 3D Printing Llama. Martin for 3DP Iceland. Who else? WM3D Prince is here. Britt Hawks is here. Mark Hart is here. Derek Matthews is here. He needs the 12th floor. Richard Horn is here. John, I never remember how. John O. We're going to call you John O. John, I can never pronounce your last name, but that's okay. Mapro6. Robert Reynolds is here. He got his shirt. Awesome. Christopher Mascheck is here. Brandon Techie Dad, if I didn't say you. Sean Gould is here. Mike Never Let the Machines Win. Ollie is here. Dennis is here. Bob S. is here. Hello, Bob. Jorge, is that correct for that? And John is here. How's it going? Hopefully video looks good, audio looks good. We've got some things to get done today. Happy Easter. Yes, it is Easter. TC96, that's what we're going to call you. First stream, thank you for joining the stream. All right, so George is fine. Awesome. Thank you. I'll remember that. That is George. So this one has a story just like every other one has a story. Let's find a date on this guy. July 7th. Okay, so when I was at IRF, Printed Solid had a couple of machines for sale. A handful of machines. I don't know if they were all LulzBot machines. Maybe there were some Ultimakers. I don't know. But they were all floor models. And as most of you have probably heard before, I usually fly to a lot of these events because, one, I'm in Kansas City and IRF is in Maryland. That's a really long drive. But usually I don't have a lot of time to take to drive to these things. So I'll just fly. So I can't bring a whole lot of stuff home unless I ship it. So this one was at their booth. It was something that they had. It was a printer that they had in their showroom or whatever. It was used. It has definitely been used. But they had it for sale really cheap. So after I got back from IRF, I sent Dave, Printed Solid, a message and said, "Hey, you guys still have one of those machines? Would you consider ship it to me?" He said, "No problem." They shipped it. Cut me a pretty good deal on shipping, by the way. Go Printed Solid. And it came to me. Well, it has been sitting over there in this box since July 7th. And I'm just now getting around to opening it up and seeing what's inside. So we're going to do that together. These were all used. I'm not sure what a first run Mini goes for. This is a Mini 1, by the way. The new Mini is a 2, and it has a lot more features. The Mini, I'm not sure what these ran for. I want to say they were like $12.50. I paid $500 for it. But again, it has been used, I think well used, from the looks of the machines. It's been a while, I can't really remember. It's been sitting here since Thomas's birthday. One of the first, well, me too. So he did say that he reboxed this. I don't know that this is the, there was something that they might have had the original box. So I don't know if this is the original box or not, but let's see what's inside it. Don, the German printing nerd, is here. You stay up as late as you want. You can definitely stay up as late as you want, Teresa. John, thank you very much for the $1. That is appreciated. $12.50. Okay, I knew they were pretty high. Yes, you can stay up as late as you'd like, Teresa. I appreciate you being here. Boy, they used some good tape, that printed solid. You are very welcome for the content. Attention! Save all packaging if required. Replacement cost on the packaging is $60. It's good that they tell you that, I guess. I don't think the ceiling cam is going to give... This box is really tall. It probably won't give you any idea of what's in there. We can take a look at it if you'd like. It's probably not going to give you a whole lot more info than the front camera, but we can go ahead. But is it better than a Prusa? That's what we're going to find out, George. That's really the main question here. High-speed car chase down your street? Yikes! Oh, isn't that thing cute? But did Dave put any candy in here? That's the real question. That's what I'm really after. It is Easter. I mean, come on. Well, we have some additional stuff. I'm guessing that just the foam is, this is all Dave's doing other than the foam pieces. I have to say, I do like the LulzBot printed parts color. I do like that green. That's pretty neat. Okay, so, okay, they separated the tool head and packaged it differently. So that's good. It's a good thing. No damage that way. Whew, the glass bed is extremely broken. Mike, I'm doing well. Happy Easter to yourself. 9-month-old candy? I will totally eat 9-month-old candy. That wasn't even a question. I would have just done it if you wouldn't have said anything. Exactly. Candy's fine. The little glass sheet is really broken. So I don't know if that's because of the tool head jumping up and down on it during shipping or what. But maybe we can save it with some glue stick or something. So there's your... I think they use like a Greg's Wade combination deal. It's not exact... Well, yeah, it's pretty much exactly like that. It's still got some filament in it. Remember, these are 2.85. Interesting Hotends setup. It's that old school like cubed block with the... It's got like that hex Hotend style, the break. They've been making these a long time, so this is kind of the old school way of doing things, but as far as I know, they still make them like this. They haven't changed anything other than, you know, bed probe and all that good stuff. What is this? It's a printed solid sticker and some... We'll figure out what that is here in a minute. What are these? Oh, he gave me a little print that I'm guessing was printed off this. It's a little articulated guy. How cute. Warning. We respect your freedom to modify your 3D printer. However, any modification or attempt to repair has caused damage is not covered by your warranty. Good thing I'm not the warranty type of guy. Okay, as you can you see on that camera that this bed is extremely broken, but it's actually shattered on the other side. It has been siliconed back together, it looks like. So it's still smooth on this side. You can print on it, but definitely very, very broken. I'll have to ask Dave. Maybe he'll come on here and see if this was broken ahead of time or if it got broken shipping. Because it's definitely been broken by the tool head, it looks like. Or something pointy striking it. It's a very sharp point. One thing I noticed right out of the box that I like about this, it's got a 3D printed hand grip on the other side of this steel. It's even got little finger spots, so you can just pick it up. I like that. It's the little things. Brian, you didn't miss anything at all. Happy Easter. 2.85 is all clearance at Micro Center. I'll remember that. Good morning, Motorhead Mitch. Let's see if we can get you. There you go. So it's definitely, yeah, that part's broken. Now, what really irritates me about a lot of these, especially these old school machines, this thing stock, I mean, like if you bought it brand new, even if you went and bought the 2, it's a lot of money. Now, I don't know about the 2. There is some sort of mysterious grease on the front of this. I don't know about the 2. I don't look at LulzBot stuff very often because of the price. But they have no screen. And that's, I mean, how much does a screen cost, really? And I believe all of these are mini Rambo boards. So it's not like it's hard to add a screen. But that is somewhat irritating. And they don't have, I mean, so it's mini Rambo. They're not going to have an exposed SD slot. So that's kind of bunk. 2 thumbs down for that. But, I mean, it's an easy fix for people like me, or us, the community, but that's a lot of money. But anyway, I digress. We won't get into that today. Who else is in the chat? Joe is here. Hello, Joe. Yeah, warranties on 3D printers. What's that? Work for 3D filament. Nice. Ron Floyd is here. Ron got to make it to the stream. Hello, Ron. Good to see ya. Hope you're feeling good. Edisher is here. Happy Easter. What is the build size on a Mini? I don't know. It looks, I'm going to say that's 150 by 150 by, let's take a look at the tool head. Maybe 150. I'd go 150 cubed if I were just to eyeball it. Let's just find out. I don't know if I remember to put a link to this in the stream or not. Now that's the Mini 2, but it looks to be the same size. And it's 160, 160, 180 is what the Mini 2 looks like. So that's probably pretty close. I'm adding the MMU2. We could. Actually, I put that on there so it says 120. So it's somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, it's pretty small. It is a Mini. Hey, Kevin. Thomas says it best. Screw warranties. Brad, maybe somebody else in the chat can help with that. If you stick around, we'll get this thing printing and I'll answer everything you'd like. I got that comment, and the Mega S is pretty awesome, so it's going to take a lot to beat it. Trolling for dollars. Hello. So we got to put the tool head on. I got to cable up, and we'll just print from printer face or whatever. I got to dig out some 2.85 filament. I think John actually sent me some. But some other people have sent me some. I got some color change somewhere. What else? Oh, MMU2. So I put that on there because I have an MMU2 that I need to put together. I acquired another Mark III back there at Murph. The Prusa guys sold me the one that they had on display because they didn't want to bring it back home. So they shipped it to me. And it was not that steep of a discount, a couple $100 less. But so I got another 3, and I've got an MMU2 in the box. And there's another story to go along with that MMU2, but I need to put that thing together so I can continue testing. So we need to do that. So I thought maybe we'd get this thing set up, get it running, and then I'd start on the MMU2, the assembly, because we got Fun in the Country Basement today at 4 o'clock Eastern, and I'll just continue building through that stream as well. So that was kind of the plan. Colin Make Stuff is here. Hello, how are you? I totally understand, John. I've missed a few Fun in the Country Basements lately as well, but I will be on today's. So we have a swing out spool arm. That's kind of nifty. What is this? They sent me something with screws. This must be the hot end carriage. The tool head carriage, I guess, technically. I'm using the Trolling for Dollars sponsored opening stuff knife. Trying not to slice my hand off. Good, I'm glad you're doing well. Are you going to invade someone's house for Easter and get a bunch of free ham? That's what I should do. It confuses you. Thomas, when I was your age, I would have exploded if I had a printer in a box and I didn't get to assemble it. But unfortunately, I have zero free time. So printer builds, plus I like to live stream the builds, even if they're just these quick assemblies, hopefully quick assemblies. I like to live stream so we can hang out while I do it. So I have to kind of put them off, but I totally get it. I get your stance on this. I totally do, because I would have had a hard time as well. By the way, Thomas and Bennett at Murph did an excellent job in assisting me assembling the giveaway Ender 3. When I had to go do stuff, or I went and got some filament, which was sponsored by Repcord, by the way. Thank you again, Pooch, for that. When I had to go do stuff like that, they were on top of it. They got stuff done. They leveled the bed perfectly. They did an excellent job. I commend them for that. I wish it would have came in an egg. Yep, ham invading is my goal today. That's like the goal of every day. Chuck Hellebuck, Patreon. Chuck, thank you so much, sir. You are a gentleman and a scholar. If you do not know Chuck, Chuck has an awesome YouTube channel. I don't have any wrenches or anything. Chuck Hellebuck's Electronic Products. He does Filament Friday. He sells filament toolkits, stuff like that. Check him out on the YouTube, because his content, very helpful. I gotta find a tool. Hold on. You can come with me. All of my tools are in the last spot that I used them. Where is it? I don't know. I swear to you, I just lost this thing the other day and just found it again, and now I've lost it again. Because I think I pretty much complained for roughly a week straight when I lost it the last time. This'll work. Not my favorite one, but it'll work. You can probably hear the pallet crunching away on filament. Okay, I'm back. He is, I agree. Chuck is a wealth of information. Walter's here. Hello, Walter. It sounds like you have an action-packed Easter Sunday all set up for you. Hello, Ben at Hawk 3D Proto. How are you? Happy Easter. Yes, the Guinness. Yes, Chuck has great videos. Totally agree. Chuck's one of those guys too, you know, not to just keep talking about Chuck, but he's a good guy. That's always willing to help. Man, if there's something that I don't understand, like electronics-wise, something, he jumps right in there. He's the man. least the tool heads are pretty swappable. And there's a lot of 3D printed parts, and a lot of people will scoff at that. These are pretty good prints. Norm Green, thank you very much for the $1. Oh, you're welcome for the videos. I'm glad you like them. Doing well, doing well. I'm feeling good today. Got some energy, got my coffee. We're all set. Got box stuff all over my shirt. Woot? Like a question. Robbie Mack is here. Hello, Robbie. Now there's a third. Okay, it's down here underneath. Here we go. Oh, good. So did they make the pinout for this plug easy to understand? It's not super obvious, I would say. But I guess you can't, well, you could really flip it, I guess. But let's just go for it. 50-50 shot, 100% wrong. Okay. Now, what was I supposed to do with this? I'm guessing maybe this is my wire cover. Goes over this guy here. Yes.
Hope the Easter Bunny left you a new printer.
I hope the Easter Bunny didn't leave me a new printer. Thank you, Walter. Much appreciated. You know you don't have to do that, but I'll get you back. Don't you worry. Thank you for the tip. All right. Well, this looks pretty clever, but does it actually line up anywhere? Aha! Aha! Gotcha. Flip it around the right way. It might fit. David Olson. Hello, David, by the way. It has an arrow. Mine doesn't appear to have any markings on it. That's okay. I think we got it. Oh, Walter. I'll only do it for the entertainment. That's just an extra piece. They gave me a printed solid sticker. It might as well go right on top of my wire cover, right? There we go. Okay, let's plug it in and see if it blows up. I mean, works amazingly. I am missing some power supply cover screws here. Somebody did a patch job on that and didn't put it together. I don't know anything about doing things like that. It's Easter, man. It's a holiday. Can't expect to be thumbs up and things on holidays. Robin has subscribed. Thank you, Robin. We got power. Are we in the O or the I? It spun up, the fan's on, so that's a good sign that we got the plug right. We need a USB cable so we can talk to this thing. What, let's see if, do I have a longer one? I don't like the shorty ones. One of these is kind of funky and doesn't work. I should throw it away instead of just re-grabbing it every time that I need one. You know what? I don't have a slicing profile for a 285. Oh, now my cameras are going to go, oh no! Something happened on the computer and now we don't know where we are. Oh, God. Okay. Those are better. Pronter face. And then we'll need some sort of slicement. COM17, 250,000, and it connected up. LulzBot Git repository. This is probably some really old firmware. It is 1.1.5. So we're going to need to upgrade that. It has a probe offset set, but there's no probe. And that's what we're going to find out, Walter. This one is a used model. So I figured I'd get one cheap, and then we would figure out what the deal is. Because I've always wondered that myself. That's my main question about these. That's what we're gonna find out. Let's see if we can slice a file here. Let's see if it just moves around while I'm... How about some home action? Woo! That's not a good sign. Man, that bed is really hard to move. This is going to be another one of those, hey, this is going to be easy. And it turns out to be a total storm. What the? So we have an in-stop over here, but I don't think it actually hit it because my extruder door is down. Don't you hate it when your door's down? But I really don't. So X should work, but does it home to the front on the Y? That thing is super, super tight. Where's my switch? Aha. No, it's trying to home to the front. Let's do that one more time. The motor currents are set like crazy too, crazy high. This is a Rambo Mini, I'm guessing, and they're PWM. Okay. Interesting. The Duty Paid is here. Hello. We're checking out this LulzBot Mini. Marcus, hello, Marcus. Ronnie's here. Don't break, don't break. A drummer just like me. Limit switch missing. So it appears to have. Let's turn motors off because now I'm curious. It has two limit switches. It's got one in the front and one that will tag in the back. I'm not sure if they have some sort of leveling procedure or something like that that helps them do something to have two switches, but it is homing in the front and it does home successfully now, and it homes at the top. So we're over that hurdle. The motor currents are really high, but I'm going to go ahead and run like that just because that's how it came, but I think they're going to have to be turned down quite a bit. What are we doing? Rewinders. Man, I still need to put together one of those. I think I almost have all the parts. I just haven't put it together yet. It homed, so I'm guessing it's all right. It's less than 150 cube, we decided, I believe, is the build volume. What are we going to print? Oh, I don't know. I guess we should slice something and find out. Pulse. We don't want to print on a pulse. We're going to have to create a profile here. We need... Let's call it... Well, let's just take a quick measure here. There's only one thing to print. There's only one STL file in the whole world. Let's call it 160. I think we could probably hit 160. 150. Let's be conservative today. We have one extruder. We should not have a Z offset. Let's go 180 on height. Custom G code. I shouldn't need much. What do you think the chances are of me hitting a prime line on this thing? Probably not good. That's fine. Machine limits. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that extruder 1, nozzle size diameter, 0.4? Sure it is. Retraction on a Greg's Wade, it's fine. We'll go low. Let's save that. Okay. Now we're going to have to do some filament change around here. Let's find some filament and give it a measure. Now, I know John sent me some 3mm, but Scott also sent me some 3mm, and I believe it is color change. I think that's this stuff right here. .285, change green to yellow. Let's try this stuff. Bunny Benchy, make it happen. There probably is one. Be easier if the motors were off. There we go. That is some big filament, I gotta tell you. Don't forget the nozzle wipe. .285 is really hard to get straight. Hello, Sergio. How are you? So, if you have a board that is set up PWM, like the Mini is, there's a couple of others, old machine boards, and there's some non-old machine boards that you can set motor current with commands, and that command is M907. So if your board is capable of that, you can issue M907, and that will output your motor currents. That's how I knew. Ooh, goes in green, comes out yellow, eh? I kind of like the... This is kind of old school, I have to tell you. There's a lot of printers that were set up like this at one time. Not so many anymore. I don't know how tight that extruder door needs to be, but we'll snug it up a touch. It's probably got a death grip on that filament. That's what I was going to do. Let's see how close to 285 we are here. Not really that close. For a home user, well, it kind of depends. That section's kind of close. Maybe I got a section that was used. 285 really doesn't have to be, I mean, it has to be accurate, but not like 50 micron accurate. Yeah, I mean, I never looked at LulzBot because the price scares me off. And it looks like just the regular old stuff. So that's exactly why I wanted to try this. How about some glue stick? Man, I haven't used glue stick in a while. I had some cores. Cores smells funny when it gets hot, though. I have to say that. Gonna have to get with the boys at Printed Solid and get some sort of other build surface for this, because this ain't gonna work very long. It's glued. Nimitz Benchy. Brian Vines is here. Hello, Brian. 3D printing would you recommend for a home user? Yeah, I was supposed to answer that. It depends what budget you have. If you need to go super cheap, under $200, I think Ender 3 is still where it's at. You can get those things like $150, and you'll probably have 75% chance of it working out of the box. And if not, then you can eventually get it to where it's going to work. Now, if you want to go the mid-range, if you've got more than $500 to spend, and you want a printer that's pretty much got all the features that you're ever going to want, you need to get a Prusa Mark III. Because after that printer, because you can get the kit for $750, after that range, you're not going to get anything that's any better that I know of until you get to the thousands of dollars. So it's kind of a wasteland, and it also depends on build size. You know, how big do you want to print? I don't print things that are that big. So Prusa usually handles everything that I do. I've got 4 of them. Daniel Norray, thank you very much. Thank you for coming to the stream. If you don't know, Daniel is the creator of the Benchy. And you are very welcome for the t-shirt.
Thanks for the t-shirt. Smiley face.
I like it when it explains the emojis. Chuck is in the stream. Hello, Chuck. I missed you, but that's a lot of glue. That's right. I like to use a lot of glue. Okay, now I still need to work on my slicing profile here. Cooling. We have a cooling fan, yeah? Yep. Let's save this. No linear advance. Oh, 2.85. Let's find a model. What do you say we just bed level on the fly? How's everybody feel about that? I don't have my man Thomas here to level it for me. No, don't do that. There we go. Unless it crashes into something. And then that could make for an interesting day. I am back to a somewhat normal schedule, yes. Things should quiet down just a little bit for me from here for the next couple of weeks. I should be all set. We can talk, Sergey, I know we have been needing to catch up for a while, and hopefully we can spend some time this week. Let's just see what it does. It's noisy, but I think that's because there's so much juice running to all those drivers. From the Great White North, Big Rick, how are you doing? I don't do normal, I do frenzy style. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. Well, let's just find out, Stephen the Lightspeed. Sounds like you're moving around a CNC cutter. Glass plate is broken. Yeah, I gotta figure out the story on that one. I would say it's lighter than a Prusa. Prusas are pretty heavy. But it's not very big either, so. They all, John, they all have the same plugins by default. You have to, do you have to reboot? You have to restart the instance. So you put one plugin, put the plugin on one of them, and then restart the other instances, and it will pull those plugins in after that fact. But that's both something that's advantageous but also a curse at times. So right now, the only configuration I can get to work is if you share all the plugins. So there you go. It does level at the corners. Way to go, Steven. I'm telling you, that's why you do this stuff live. Red Light is in here. Hello, Mike. How are you? The metal discs thing. Is that a new dance? Nope, 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 nope. All right. Now let's see what it does. Doing well, doing well. You were right. Nice work, Steven. The Stanford Bunny. PETG is where it's at if you don't have to fuss with it. Some printers just don't like it. But man, all metal hot ends, especially with the spring steel sheet, it really turns out nice. Ray is here. Hello. Mike Allred's here. Hello, Mike. I already almost need some more coffee. Nice work. What did you upload to Thingiverse? Five feet, 6 feet. Wow. That's like, what, 1750? Best team logo in the world. Make sure your hot end's not on an angle. That's a good good tip. Marshall half stack for a guitar amp project. Nice. I've had a few Marshall half stacks in my day. I know I currently don't have a Marshall. More coffee incoming. That's what we need. IV right to the veins. Cool. Those kits are really neat. David does a good job, and he doesn't charge much money. He just does it for the entertainment, mostly. Some of his projects have been awesome. I'm glad to see people are picking up those kits. Much better. I'd say it's a little smushed, but let's let it go. I think we're all right. Now, I don't know exactly how we want to do this. My little articulated guy's gonna have to go somewhere else. Maybe he can set over here. Will he set up? Yeah, he will. Awesome. So, we've got the LulzBot printing and kind of out of the way. And like I mentioned, I've got a lot to do today. Or, not all today, but I've got a lot to do in general. And we are going to do a couple of streams today. So, Fun in the Country Basement will be at 4 o'clock Eastern. I will get to attend today. We don't want to focus that one. We want to focus... Come on, table. There we go. Focus. How are we doing? It's still spitting out plastic, so I'm doing all right. Okay. You're old. I've never heard that before. Yeah, this step, it is noisy. Definitely probably need to consider bringing the voltage down. I'll have to do some reading. I don't know anything about this, so I don't know if that's standard, but I'm guessing those motors are going to get a bit hot. They're deeper. I mean, they're not your standard like 40. I think those are probably 42s, maybe? So they should handle it a little better, but still, that's a lot of juice. That's the new edition, the Spider-Man edition. Yeah, you're right. That's the I broke it edition. No, I didn't actually break this one, but, you know, par for the course. Armored Drones is here, and I don't know if anybody knows Armored Drones, but we have a couple of moderators on here if you want to, you know, do as you feel. Chuck should be a moderator. Yeah, Chuck, it is a Rambo Mini, I believe. So yeah, A4988s. No more replacements with the shirt on. You jinx it if you're wearing the shirt. Okay, so we've got this thing going. It's printing. It's entertaining us. I have an MMU that I need to put together. Now, me and Walter already did a side-by-side. Walter over at Country 3D, he's in the chat. We already did a side-by-side build of the MMU2, but I have another one. And there's a story to go along with that, of course. So let's get everything laid out, and then I'll go get some coffee. So here's what happened. My MMU2 worked pretty well. I mean, I got a ton of prints off of it. It had its problems, but mostly it was due to inconsistent filament was the first thing, and load problems, because the sensors didn't really talk to each other at all. So you always had a chance of a load problem. But most of the time, I could get a printout it would be, I would say it was 75% consistent. Worked pretty well. Then, I started seeing this issue, but it was really, really inconsistent. I could not prove what it was. And what would happen is during a print, you would, like, one of the motors at random would go to sleep. It was just like you just turned the voltage off. So it could have been the selector where it never changed anything. It could have been the extruder motor. One of the three, it would just turn it off. And it was really, really random. So Prusa, yes, I am doing FAB today. I have updated the site as well. So Prusa said, well, let's send you another board and let's see if that fixes it. And it didn't. It worked okay for a couple of days, and then same thing. It was just randomly selecting a motor and turning it off during long prints. So after back and forth, and poor Shane, I beat up Shane about it, who knows how many times, but after some back and forth, they're like, well, we want that unit back because we have no idea what's going on. So they shipped it back. I took a whole bunch of pictures and made a case file and all this stuff, and they shipped it back, and it's still being researched by development what might have went wrong. So in the meantime, they were going through this 2S upgrade. So right when I started to have problems, they were getting ready to roll out the 2S, but it wasn't available yet. So I waited like 6 or 7 weeks, and they eventually sent me a replacement, which is this one. Now I still have to put it together, but hopefully they figure out what was wrong with that other unit and it helps someone else out. So we have to put this together. So I'll probably be slowly putting this together for the rest of the day. And we have gummy bears. Happy Easter. All right, Robert, welcome. That's what we're going to find out. Nice, Carl. I've got one of those upgrades still left to do. I got a really awesome print over there. What's up, Napper? That's working on my MK3, but if it gets done, I might do that today as well. We'll see how far I get on this. All right. Well, they still sent me all the spool holders. That'll save me some time because I'm not going to put those together. So now I have 2 sets of these I'm not going to use. Anybody want some form, what do they call that? Not injection molded. Where they, I can't find the word. Vacuum form. Anybody want some vacuum form spool holders, let me know. We got some motors. How to install firmware? I have many, many videos out there for the firmware installs. I don't know what kind you're using, but we as a whole could definitely help you out. Ramps 1.4, yes, there are many videos out there on my channel for 1.4. You are in luck. Tools. Spares, hopefully we don't need any spares. Spool holder, I got a bunch of extra bearings now we could use for something. Don't need these. Well, actually, let's just put these back in here because those are going to get crazy. I need all that. I need all that. Extruder spares. Well, that's nice of them. They even give you extra grub screws for the Bondtech, it looks like. That's cool. Those things are super small and really easy to lose. I know, I've done it. I don't need any of this. And we'll just put all this back in there so I don't lose it. Martin 3DP Iceland, I don't know if I said hi to you already. Hello Martin, how are you? Alright, so this is the buffer stuff. This is what's actually different about this new one. So I have a handbook, but that isn't assembly. That's just your regular handbook, right? Yeah, this is just advice to succeed. Got another page of stickers that I need to put on stuff. Alright, I think we need some more coffee. How's our print doing? Doing well, that's good. I'm gonna get some coffee, and then we'll start putting this thing together. So, everybody, take a break. Alright. Teresa might sleep soon. Well, again, Teresa, thank you for joining it all. It is appreciated. Kit assembly. Original M1 to M2. There's too many manuals out here. MK3, MK. They don't like that. You gotta say Mark. To MMU2S. Okay. Let's put stuff together. Where's my extruder? There it is. Coffee machine is close. I'm never too far from a coffee pot, ever. Must be doing some infill. Starting to sound really solid. It's actually dragging on the filament a bit. It's probably way too close to the bed, but it's printing. Bearings. We need some bearings. Here we go. Pupil is here. Hello. Joshua, happy Easter. Thank you. All right, Walter, we'll see you this afternoon. Have a good day. This is the part everyone always breaks. The tumbler. I think they tell you to tap those in. The ledger board, I don't know anything about that board yet. They seem to be gaining some popularity. I see them more and more often. I know Ricky Tanner was talking about one, like he found a good deal on one. I don't know. Don't know much about it. There might be some others in here that have them though. Marlin 1.1.8, that video is probably going to tell you how to put everything on ramps. You don't like the sound, Ben? Is the printer sound too annoying for you? Wonder how low we could get. That's just printer sounds. Oh, have you suddenly to start? I don't know. There's a disclaimer every time you watch one of my videos. It might it's really small and you can't see it. It's in the fine print. It might, you know, incite benchy printing. Just, it happens. You're used to duet. Yeah, duet's like silent. You can't hear duet at all. I need something for a pseudo hammer. Just to give it a little tap. I have a claw hammer, which you really shouldn't do. Don't do this. Don't anybody tell Prusa. Just a tapper. Okay. I need an Ivan Miranda hammer. Ivan's hilarious. Jesse Foreman, hello. Trinamic spoiled us all. They did, they did. Sticking out of my hand because that's totally happened. Many times, I'm sure. RC Voodoo, we unboxed a Taz Mini, or not Taz, don't say Taz, LulzBot Mini, and I'm putting together my second MMU because my first one had to go back. So, just hanging out, chatting, you know. Meteor strike as the explanation. What happened to that bed? I don't know. It's a mystery. We have to wait for Dave to help us explain what happened to that bed. I think that... What is the MMU right now? 3 1/4? 3 something? I don't remember. What fun stuff are we doing? We are printing on LulzBot Mini and assembling an MMU2. Dimitri, happy Easter. Yeah, we'll see. It looks pretty good. It's done with the deck. Yep. Where's my motor? I think the extruder is the shorty. Yes, it is. Close enough. Yeah, you know, they're frustrating, I have to say. I'm not gonna lie. They're frustrating. But it's so satisfying when they do work. And they're a lot... If you have a Mark III already, or a 2.5, or, you know, whatever is compatible, if you have that already, it's a lot more affordable than the pallet. And the pallet, I have been having a ton of issues with. So, it's not perfect either. We all lined up and spinning well. Kind of.
Let's show some love for Chris in the channel, grinning face with big eyes.
Bryce, I probably didn't say hey. Hey, thanks for joining the stream. Thank you very much for the $2. Alright. So they want you to put the... Just a few pops here and there. No big deal. I totally agree, Sergio.
I agree.
Robert, thank you very much for the $2. Ricky Tanner is here. Hello, Ricky. Jen Cab, hello, how are you? The multi-materials are a lot of fun, but it takes some tinkering. It's definitely not something that you want to expect it to just start working flawlessly. And I think a lot of people get skewed by that because of Prusa. Prusa usually, you know, for the most part, pretty flawless. What am I printing? Gusner, you should know better. Welcome, Gusner, by the way. I think that's what a lot of people get put off because Prusa usually are out of the box most of the time. Pretty flawless. And then you get this MMU and maybe it's not so great. All of the time. Mine has definitely had its issues, but I still like messing with it. It's still fun.
Here's some beer money. You're going to need it setting up the MMU2.
You're gonna need it setting up MMU2. Thank you, Tim. That is much appreciated. 20 bucks is huge, and that really helps out. Thank you, sir. Yeah, this one should go much easier than my first one, I have to say. I know a lot more about it now than I did when I first started. Hello from Roswell. Hello, Tim. How are you? James, AJ is here. Hello, how are you? Oh, come on, Fingers. You can do this. Just not print a benchy next time? You think that's the way to go? Alright, alright. I'll take it into consideration. MMU for log. We are definitely going to set up the MMU for a non-Prusa printer. That is on the sheet. It is going to happen. Since it is supported directly in Marlin now, that's definitely going to happen. So stay tuned for that one. I will be testing this one on that Mark III there today, I believe. I don't know if I'll actually get it printing today. We're going to see how far we get. Andrew S is here. Andrew, sorry man, I don't know what's up with that LCD screen, but we're gonna figure it out. It's timing though. It's nothing to do with the hardware. There is some timing settings in there, and it's based on what kind of board they used. We'll get them fixed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It depends what you want to do. We'll see how I don't know as of the changes with the Mark III's with the new sensor and stuff. I still have to test all of those new parts to tell you whether it's worth it now or not. Before, if I knew, if they wouldn't have changed anything like they recently did beforehand, if I would have known what I was getting into with all the problems that I had, no, it was not worth it. But that's one thing Prusa does is they iterate and they try to make things better the best they can. So maybe with the changes they've made, the experience is going to be a lot better. I will be able to tell you that hopefully within the next couple of weeks. I'll get an update out on this thing. Yes, MMU is in the Marlin branch now.
For the benchies.
For the benchies. Dimitri, thank you very much for the 5. Oh, anytime, Andrew. We'll get it fixed. Yeah, Prusa, there's a lot of people that say different things about Prusa, but I've never had really any bad experience with it. They're always there to help. And some people will say, well, it's because you know some of the support people. Well, I didn't always know support people. But they were still pretty helpful. Yeah, the palette has really been disappointing. It should work better than it does. I'm hoping that I can work with them to make it a little better. But as of right now, I'm having a lot of issues with it. Okay. It says I'm ready for a gummy bear break. Since I already took a personal gummy bear break, we'll just trudge on here. Yes. If you're talking about mine, yes, it's the palette too. This is for extruder parts. Pulley body. For the benches. A whole bunch of square nuts to put in this thing. Matt UK is here, no worries. You're never too late. Until the stream's over. You missed the start of the 3D Benchy print. That you did. That's okay. Which ones did I miss? Aha. Yes, Chris. Welcome to the stream. Fun in the Country Basement this afternoon, 4 o'clock Eastern. I will be hosting today. And it should be all three of us, I believe. I know Walter had some Easter plans, but I think he's going to try to make the stream regardless, at least for a little while. So yeah, it will be on my channel this afternoon. I'll probably still be putting this together by then. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, there's one up there, right? Yep. Now we need to line up all the pulleys. Line up all the pulleys. It is the Prusa MMU2, yes. Oh, I got him. Jake from Say It Charm is trying to start a giveaway. He must have something he wants to give us. It's orange, so it must be Prusa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where is number 5? I don't think my eyes just can't see it. Oh, I already put it on. Nobody's watching me today. All right. We need a bearing inside this housing. I can check them, but I have faith that they have corrected that issue. Right, Gusner? I need another battery for my caliper. 6.4. 6.39. 6.37. 6.37. 6.39. I'll take it. I don't know, it'd be a pretty cool build. You can get the Bondtech that goes right on top of those mosquitoes now, and that's pretty sweet. In fact, I thought about getting one, but I got other things I gotta do. I gotta stop buying parts and start putting stuff together. That doesn't go there. Which way would they like the wires to go? Out, right? Yeah, out. Hot deck on Mosquito action. Yeah, Brian, whatever does it for you, man. The first go around, mine were like a 0.5 millimeter apart from each other. So hopefully they've gotten much more consistent. How's our benchy? Looks pretty good. Brian, you crack me up, man, I have to say. Sometimes you get me going. It's pretty funny. Channel's 1 year old today? Well, congrats. Mosquito's kind of expensive, but I think the price will come down. Okay, so Kevin Schofield is in here, and he told me how to pronounce his username, and I believe he said it's Boogabaga. So Mr. Boogabaga is Kevin. Hello, Kevin. How are you? Hopefully I got that right. And I still got my thing here. I haven't printed on log since I've been back from Murph, but I got it, and I'm going to. I did it. Excellent. All right. How about a piece of filament? Gotta have something sitting around here, right? If you're putting together an MMU2, this is one of the most important parts. So they are not lined up, it is not happy. Actually, you know what? I should follow my own advice and use an Allen wrench to line these up, because it does work a lot better than a piece of filament. This chat is party. We got a few people in here today. Thank you all for joining, by the way, on this Sunday. This Easter Sunday, sharing some of your Easter holiday with me. It's a good day to have the relatives over, show them all about 3D printing, watch their eyes glaze over as you explain the perfect first layer. So, Robbie Mack, so I don't know if you watched the guitar amp video, but I did the video and I played a little guitar. I don't remember, I wish I could remember who it was, but somebody left a comment and all it said was, Wild Stallions, excellent. And I think I laughed about that for about 3 hours. Okay. Oh, cool. Usually it only takes that one thing to get somebody involved in it. If you repair something for someone or something like that, they're like, wow. You know, it's not just printing trinkets. That's a cool moment when you see somebody like, oh, I like it when, and you can print 3D printers, you know. This is self-replicating, right? And they're like, no way. That's one of my favorites. Asking for a friend. Just like Kirk's uniform. It's supposed to be green to yellow. Yeah. It's green at the start and yellow as it prints. Oh, we gotta hear it.
Thank you for you being you, Chris. Will I butcher Mr. Booga Bega? Yep.
Yeah, but it was oh so good when it butchered it. Thank you very much, Kevin. I do my best. Do my best. It's easy to do this stuff when everybody's so supportive all the time. it was really close to Winnebago. The print bed is cracked. It came that way. Fortunately, it wasn't cracked all the way through. It's cracked on the other side. You can feel it just a little bit, but they did either they did a pretty good job at epoxying it, or it is definitely a puncture where that broke it. So probably the hot end. All right, now we need to build the selector. Chat throttled you. I don't know what the good balance is on chat and all that stuff. Because it does it to me too, like on Walter's stream. If we're trying to help him do something or something like that, you're firing away at the chat. It'll time you out or something to that effect. So there is a hex nut that goes down in there. Hot and smash. That's where that goes. Give it a little tappa. I have to pay attention. I need help. Yeah, we were talking about chat flagging you for talking too much. We get on your streams and like, do this, do that. Now stand on one foot. And the chat will time you out occasionally. I need to figure out a good setting for that. So it's, lenient, but doesn't allow the complete bombing of trolls and such. Mini screws. Yeah, printed solid. I think these are all showroom, so they get them to show at their location. I gave printed solid $500 for this one, but as you can see, it has definitely been used. But I just wanted to try one out. And I wanted to do it in a somewhat cheap fashion, because I didn't want to play list price for one. Because I have the same questions you all do. Mini screws were hammered in making this device. That's the life of building stuff with 3D printed parts. don't want to hammer this one too awful much. I don't think these pliers are big enough to do anything good on this one. That'll do it. With a special pattern, yeah, that's a limited edition. That's a limited edition don't break print bed. If we swap it out, we'll have to hang it on the wall over here. We'll put some printed solid stickers on it. That's true, Walter. I'm doing this just on the fly this time. I should be much faster than this. All right. Nerd Girls 3D Printing, welcome and happy Easter. Thank you for joining. Paul Cumber's here. Happy Easter, Paul. I don't know about that. That's interesting. Robbie, you know, that's kind of an old school thing. It's interesting you say that on quality, though. We might have to switch a few around just to see, switch a few extruders in and out just to see how it goes. Use manual mesh, excellent. Patrick, no. In my experience, it does not work. I'm going to go ahead and put it in, but it has been more of a pain than a help. It's supposed to be able to, if there's just a little tiny bit sticking out of the port, it's supposed to be able to just chip the end of it off. But I don't know that it actually works. No, I have not had any good experience with that cutting blade. And if you get hung up or something, it likes to hop out. And that will ruin your print. Which way is this thing supposed to go? Aha. That is the LulzBot Mini, Paul. Fondue. Fondant. This thing isn't all that easy to put in there without getting cut by it. It needs more of a pocket to set in, more of a recess. It would probably just jump out of the printed part anyway if something went bad wrong, but at least it would be easier to assemble. Right. Right. That's what I usually call it. But so good, yes. It's kind of like everything I eat. Alright. I think we're in good shape now. This thing is pretty noisy, but the motor current is also set really high. So maybe we can turn that down a bit. I'm going to consult some other LulzBot people to see if that's a normal thing or not. How are my motor temperatures doing? They're pretty darn warm. I wouldn't want to leave my finger on it very long. Yeah, that's probably a great modification, and I might look into that, because I have also had mine hop out a few times. And I like to get it as tight as possible, but you know, these are printed parts. So. The motors are setting something like crazy, like 1300 and 1650. Something I would never consider setting them that high, but that's how it came default, so I went with it. All right. Where's my palette prints done over there yet? I've tried that print about 6 times. I'm hoping today's the day that it succeeds. Okay. How long has the print been running? I don't know. A little less than an hour. It says it has 35 minutes to go. And I'd say that's probably a pretty accurate estimate, given where it's at. My selector appears to be selecting. That's a good sign. I think they want that to go on the top. They do. Hey, Mitch. Irfan. Hello. On the MMU2 or on the LulzBot? Well, the MMU2 has short ones on it. They're different. I think they're all 3 different sizes. No, it's got like 2 38s and like a 30. LulzBot actually has extended. I want to say those are like 45s or something. They're 48s. Nasruddin? Was I even close on that? Welcome to the stream. Congrats on the first time. Thanks for joining us. Much appreciated. Mitch, waking up at 11? That sounds pretty amazing. Yes. Yeah, it's a used machine. It was from Printed Solid Showroom. That's where I got it from. So we should have done today. We should have dyed some eggs. Now I think of these things. .3D printing channel. Pin to probe time. Where's the magic ball? There it is. Don't lose that. They do give you an extra one though. That's nice of them. Nice. Dyed 3D printed thing? Yeah, that could be a thing. Where's Chris Warlocky? I mean, Warcocky when you need him. I thought when you did Prusa Project, he just appeared out of nowhere. Now he'll show up, watch, or he's listening. Multicolor printed. Egg painter for next year. There you go. All right, Dimitri. We'll see you later. Shooting Easter figure. That's true. That's true. This is probably a somewhat of a day for him. Okay, we need a couple more bearings. There's that. And those doors, do they go, yeah, they use pins. Like so. It's like a really plasticky sandwich that you don't want to eat. It's broken. I am not installing the MMU on the Taz yet. I will be doing a Marlin install on the Taz, on the MMU, or putting the MMU on a Marlin machine, but not yet. Sandwich that eats your fingers, no kidding. Thank you, Walter. Make sure you get my portion. Self-sourcing a railcar, that's a great build though. The printing journey always starts with one printer. Or just watching a whole lot of YouTube videos, so you'll get there, and maybe you shouldn't be there, but it happened to me anyway. See you later, app people. Or Jeff. I guess I could call you Jeff. Doors on. Let's put our springs on.
Saw you streaming and busy with the family, but I've learned a ton watching your videos. Keep it up.
Rick, thank you very much for the 15. Have fun Easter with the family. Thank you for watching the videos. I'm glad they helped. Glad they helped. That's what I'm here for. Oh yeah, Dan got the nozzle X. You liking it, huh? That's awesome. Courtesy of Printed Solid, the good guys over there sent had a couple things for us to give away, and Dan won the nozzle X. And then more for no reason whatsoever. Exactly. A little stringy in there. My retraction is set super low, so my retraction is like 0.8 at 35 or something. Hank is upstairs telling us that somebody is here. Electronics. Oh, no worries, Derek. I'm glad it made it there safe. My pen didn't go so well. Hopefully you have better luck with your pen. Those were from Fernando Pina. It much appreciated that he sent us some to give away, but mine didn't turn out so good. So hopefully you got one of the good ones. But you're very welcome. Printing carbon fiber PET like, but awesome. Off to Harbor Freight, enjoy yourself. I always like going there. Happy Easter. What, we need a bag of screws. That's for the E. This is for buffer. I don't know how to put that together. This is buffer screws. This is for the Z. What is that? Oh, that's for converting the extruder. That's also extruder stuff. That is also extruder stuff. Oh, almost knocked my man off. Electronics. Here's what we're looking for. 25% off for Harbor Freight. Woo! I haven't seen Fernando in a little while. Last time I saw him, he was good. I think he's just been real busy lately, but yeah, I haven't seen him in a minute or two. Hopefully we'll see him in Earth again this year. That will be good. He usually comes to that. Camera saturation. I don't know what we're talking about, but... Ooh, it is really saturated. It's got the traditional deck line that most benchies have. No, I have not. I haven't done much with touchscreens in general. I've got them for the Pi, but I haven't done one on like the traditional MKS board. A lot of people put them on that. I haven't done one yet. It is on the list of things to do, but I haven't got around to it. I'd like to. I think that'd be a fun project. It's a pretty common, that's a pretty common artifact on a benchy. Because of the mass of the deck line, so you get that solid layer, and then it builds on top of that. Sometimes it'll step it out. You can do a couple of different things to try to resolve it, but if you're printing, temperature has something to do with it. But a lot of machines have it. It's just pretty common. Yep. If you can keep the plastic a little warmer, a little longer, you can usually get around it. I think this is perimeter first. I don't remember. I had to check the slicer. Yeah, Sergio, I hope you can make it over there. I'll be there. Be good to meet up. You can come hang out at my booth. Yeah, Earth is really far from me. That's completely on the other side of the United States. I have sidestepped the screw because I was in a hurry. And I don't know why I was in a hurry. I usually only do 2. It kind of depends what you print, right? If you wanted to turn out really nice, probably add a 3rd. And Cura guys will tell you a little different as well. It kind of depends on your slicer too. Cura, sometimes they don't turn out so good unless you do 3. It does sound like a dog barking. Need something closer to Texas. I was just in Texas. It was nice there. We really need something West Coast besides Bay Area Maker Faire. We need a WRF. Like, even if they put it in Vegas or something. That would be awesome. We need one more show a year, I think. I was in San Antonio. Brian, I forgot. You're down around there somewhere, aren't you? Because I think I went there one other time and then remembered somebody was down there. I didn't even think about it. I wasn't there very long. Yes, you can see the infill. I have a lot of people ask me, you know, what's wrong with this benchy? And then I go, is that Kuro? Oh, Brian, I'm sorry, man. I should have totally remembered that. I knew it was somewhere down in there. I thought about it too. I was like, man, I know there's got to be some San Antonio people that I should have visited, but I didn't think about it until it was too late. Scurf? Southern California riffraff? Yeah. How cool would Vegas be? I don't know if anybody would ever show up to the 3D printing show, but it'd be fun. It'd be a good time. Maybe not so much fun for our younger makers, but still. We could schedule a trip to Hoover Dam. It'd be hot, that's for sure. Man, I've been to Vegas in, you know, April, like early April, and it's like getting hit with a hairdryer. It gets warm early there. It's usually pretty nice though around February. That's when I much prefer to go to Vegas. Area 51, there you go. Check all my cables. All right. What's what? What's what? Power cable. Let's see what we got here. Your wife would want to go again? If I went to Vegas, I think my wife would have to go as well, but she'd be off doing other things while we were nerding out, so. So we got power cable is green. What happened on the screen? They could use a little better up-close view of this. Just saying. 1999, yeah, I haven't been there for a couple of years. Door 941, thank you very much for the 20. That is much appreciated, thank you. Thanks for coming to the stream. It is magical filament, yes, it's green to yellow. That was given to me by Scott and Alex over on the Hack Monkey channel. what we got? Then that one is here. This one is here. My pin to probe goes right here. Okay. I think it's a one-shot deal. I think it just stays yellow. I'm not sure though. We'll see when it cools down. All right. Routing the wires on these isn't the most awesome, I have to say. Not the most awesome. But it's doable. A top view. I could put it when the benchy's done. We'll get a better view of this. I pretty much leave Z-hop on all the time. Yes. Usually like a 0.6 Z-hop. It has more advantages than it does disadvantages, so I usually just leave it on. Unless there's something that I'm having issues with. There are occasions where Z-hop will cause some ugliness, but most of the time it's okay. I think these are 18s, aren't they? No, that's a 12. This looks like a 20, but no, it's not. It's an 18. Yeah, give it a try. Right on, 3D Printing Viking. Thanks for coming to the stream today. Have a good rest of your day. Justin Bieber is a Canadian. That's good to know. Sarsit, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Isogen, yes. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I have talked to Brian over there at Nimble. Zesty Nimble. I guess it's Zesty with a Nimble. So, Zesty, whatever. I have talked to him, and he's got a whole bunch of stuff lined up because of Murph. I guess they had a lot of success at Murph. But I think once things calm down for him, yes, I can. We can line up one of those and get it reviewed. I think that will happen. All right. Let's zip tie some of this stuff up. There we go. Okay. Zip tie action. It's kind of like Kung Fu grip. Only, you know, not. How are we doing? I hear bridging. No, it's just top fill. We've already bridged. Someone should really empty my trash can for me. Oh wait, that'll be me. What have we got? They want to put some sleeve on this guy. Zip ties. What the? Bone together, wrap around 10 centimeters, a textile sleeve. They get real creative with their wire management, don't they? Those folks over at Prusa. Just a little hippity hop, you know, for Easter. But this is some really tight textile sleeve. Open this up a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of loud. Haven't missed much. We're disassembling. Everything. Mike Torrey, how are you? Thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, I think we will. I think we will. All right. Wire management. What am I supposed to make things look nice? It's really not my style. The LulzBot is noisy. It is not your phone. Don't adjust your television sets. It is noisy. And it's done. Put it right in front of the camera. What does that look like? Nice. That was cool. You jumped. Ultimate zoom. What do they say on Wayne's World? Let it cool down a minute. I'm kind of curious though if this is just one and done color change or if it's actually going to turn back to green. It's a little stream. Looks pretty good though, all in all. Pete C, I hadn't said hi to you. Hello, Pete. There you go, extreme close-up. That's what I was thinking of. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you figured it out. Ooh, look at the nice cable management I did. I'm so happy with myself. Okay, what's our LulzBot doing? Bed is still at 50 something. Chuck's right, I used a lot of glue. And you can hear that glass plate creaking. That glass plate's not going to make it very many more prints. Need to adjust that offset a bit. It don't look bad. Let's let it cool down a second and then we'll take a look at it. I got to get another glass plate before I go or something. Another plate of some kind before I go much further. Magico. Alan Moritz is here. Hello, Alan. Flex plate or go home. That would be pretty cool. I gotta get with Printed Solid and see what my options are. Because the Crack-O-Matic here is not going to get us very far. Got to set some nuts in here. Oh. And I did that the last build. They used short screws and they didn't work. They give you one really long one just for this, but I think it's in the spare bag. Crack kills. It's true. I'm doing awesome. How are you? It's pretty loud on there, huh? I gotta find some more room on my table here. All right, you want to look at this benchy? Let me set these two, and then we'll look at the benchy. It looks pretty good, I have to say. Now, $1,250 good? I don't know about that. I prefer recommendations on that. I prefer the Mega S over the Ender 3. It is quite a bit more money, but I think the features and just the overall presentation of the Mega is better. Just my opinion. But the Ender 3, you can't beat it for the money. All right. What do we got? I thought we went through and shut all the chat off on this stuff. Let's try to focus a bit. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. All right. So we have the traditional line. Like I said, again, this is pretty common. I don't know how in focus that is. I'm trying. These are not easy to focus. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we have the traditional line around where the deck starts. That's pretty common. You can fix that, but I was going with the default profile just to see what it looked like, and it's there. Bridging or overhang looks really good. That's nice and clean. Really, all in all, the accuracy of the layers are really nice. I did get it way too close to the bed, so you can see some smash right here. But you know, it does the Slick 3R does the seam back in here most of the time, and that's pretty clean. I mean, you can see a few, but not bad at all. The deck, it looks like we got something burned inside there because there's a black spot. This yellow is not making this easy to see, unfortunately. You can see that black spot. Smokestack, maybe just a little bit square. That's not a good sign, really. Top of the benchy looks good. There's a little bit of stringing. For the most part, not bad. I would say not bad. It's not a bad benchy. We could use some tuning. I don't even know where that, there you go. We could use some tuning. What causes the line? It has something to do with the mass of plastic when you do the top layers. I use a lot of top layers to try to get a good finish. 4 or 5, maybe. But so when it stacks all of those layers on top and then it goes to build the lip for the railing, it stacks it on top of the plastic that's already there, and it's most of the time you can get rid of it with temperature. If you can keep it a little hotter, a little longer, it actually has an easier time of blending that in. But sometimes on some filaments, I've actually had that happen in the opposite way. You don't get the great layer adhesion, but if you drop it down like real cold, your finish is going to suffer and your layer adhesion, but you can get rid of it that way too. If that deck gets almost completely cooled by the time it does that other one, sometimes that'll get rid of it. But it has to do with that mass meeting up with that individual layer as it makes the rail. There's a couple of different things you could do to get out of it. All right, so are we done with the LulzBot for today? Everybody says it's loud. I think we're done with it today, because we're going to have to bring the Mark III over and do stuff like that. So I think we're done with it for now. LulzBot, not bad. Not bad, I like it. Layer overlap percentage. Yes and no. I mean, you should be able to just stack it, just like any other layer. It's more of how the plastic reacts. Because like if you get really high-end, high-temp PLA, it doesn't do that as much as some of the lower grade stuff does, just because of the temperature differences. So It depends. There's a lot of factors in there. And I'm not a total, you know, I'm no expert on anything. It's just based on what experiences I have had. I can usually get around it with a temperature tune. The funny part is it doesn't scale. So you do like a bigger benchy, go 200, you're still going to have just that one layer that sticks out. All right. What's next? Print with the snappy. Yeah. I've got a snappy benchy over there that looks terrible. Apocalypse Survivor, how are you? I got gummy bears, so I am living life. Cooling's good. The cooling's good on that one. Not bad at all. What time is it? 12:30? I guess I could put all those in there. I have the PTFE tubes from my other one still over there in my spool setup. But we'll go ahead and throw these in here. Might as well start with new ones, right? 7:30 p.m., that's right. That's a relative thing, isn't it? These are not carved out, so we're good there. This is the one for the extruder. I don't know if that camera view actually helps you any more than the last one. I do love some Harborough. These don't fit in here just so awesome sometimes. Boy, it does seem a lot quieter in here now that that machine stopped running. It's almost too quiet. A slip and a stab. That one went in much easier than the first one. I still hear my pallet over there cranking away. I'd really wish that thing would finish. Makes me nervous. The longer it runs, higher probability it's going to crash. Info Mario, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. For your basement buddies, rearm type boards. How do you say that company name? Panicut? Is that how you pronounce that? You guys will know better than me. Panicut? That is the cheapest. Getting it from them directly, getting a name brand board, is probably the cheapest I've seen. Matter Hackers sells them, but they're quite a bit more expensive than getting them directly from those guys. Marcel, happy Easter. Thanks for joining the stream. I think that's how you say that. Hara bro. Don't tell us about 200% benchies. I've got so many. I've got so many. That's kind of my new thing. Which way would they like this to go? Yes. Ramps should not need power. If it's a real ramps board, you should just be able to do it with USB. Now, if it's a Rambo or an Ultimachine board, you will need power. He's very excited about Ramps 1.4. I have not tried the MKS 32-bit board yet. I almost bought one the other day, but then I thought, what am I going to put that on? Yeah, Matter Hackers does some quick shipping, I have to say that. What did I say? Did I say 1.4? I meant the 32-bit one, so yeah, 1.3. That is 10%. On a Prusa Mark II, it takes about 4 hours and 45 minutes for a 200%. And then, yeah, you probably get same day from Printed Solid, don't you, Tom? And then on the Pulse, I'm getting about 525 to 505, depending on my settings, because it's using a different linear advance version, which seems to print better. It has 8825 drivers on it. Really? Is there a replaceable version out there, or is it all are the 32 bits only integrated? Because if yeah, if it had 8825s, I would not spend the money on it, because I'm not a fan at all. SKR 1.3 is replaceable. Only soldered. Smoothers are not my style. There's so many good drivers out there. But it can reduce some artifacting, I have found in my testing. So here we go. Now we've successfully turned it into, what would a 5-armed octopus be? I don't even want to try to pronounce some of the names that it would be. $3mm 12s. Septopus, all right, all right. Nope, that's not it. Where'd it go? Oh. Handicapped? Yeah, I guess it kind of would be. Only fix I found for 8825s is smoothers. I've had some 8825s that produced a decent print. I've had others that did not. My biggest issue with 8825s is the noise. They have a really high, a lot of the ones that I've ran across have a really high-pitched whine to them, and I don't know if that's the chopper or, you know, what causes that, but it's really annoying. I actually had 8825s running in 32 on the hang printer on my first rendition of it, and which I totally shouldn't have done because it, especially on hang printing, that is not needed. You could run at 8 and it would be just fine. But that was my first. I had used them before that, but that was my first real experience getting to figure out what, you know, what they were all about. I didn't care for it at all. All right. MMU is finished. So even though that is a S, it still is going to have the little hat and things put on it. Let's preheat this and get the filament out of it. These are probably way too small for these hangers. How about IC3D? Yep, too small. I should have made those hangers a lot bigger or smaller. Log can hold them for us for a moment. Thank you, Log. Goofy squid looking thing. $2660s are where it's at. Those are awesome. It's just because it's made out of wood. I thought it was funny. It's a Ren and Stimpy reference. I thought it was funny. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. All right, are we done over here? Nope, not quite. Okay. Come on. Okay. I have to do a little bit of surgery on this. It's better than bad, it's good. What are the words? What is it? It's great for a snack and it fits on your back. Isn't that what it is? It rolls over your neighbor's dog. It's log, log, log. That's right, everyone wants a log. Okay. So, since this is already an S, not bad, Walter, not bad. I'll show you the Benchy this afternoon. It is turning back green, by the way. It is cooling down. So it's going back to green. It turned out just okay. I'd say that Benchy was a 6 3/4 out of 10. Definitely going to have to replace that replace that glass sheet because it's snap, crackle, pop. What am I supposed to have to do here? This is what? This is Mark III S and 2.5 extruder. Shiny red button. Okay, so the MK3 and Mark III and Mark 2.5 extruder disassembly, the Mark 3S extruder disassembly, so the Mark III extruder upgrade, the Mark 3S extruder upgrade, but I shouldn't have to do the extruder upgrade. Right? See you later, Chris. Thanks for joining. Did I miss something from Tony? Happy Easter, Tony. Palette 2, right now, in my opinion, right now, MMU2 is better than the palette. I have had a lot of issues with my palette. Now, it might just be me. It might be the palette that I got. But as of right now, I'd go MMU2. Plus, it's cheaper. But you do have to have, I mean, there's lots of trade-offs, right? You do have to have the Mark III. I guess you could go, soon you will be able to put it on anything that has Marlin. So there's always that. But let's just take a peek and look and see what's inside here. Extruder door needs changing. Okay. Interesting. Please do not use the version with the hole in it for the steel ball. Step 9, Harbor time? Question mark. And there's a big red X. This is not yet. I like it. Okay, let's start building this thing. What about Bondtech extruder upgrades? Bondtechs are awesome. Kind of pricey though. What was your prize? Sergio guessed that I'd prefer the MMU over the palette. I really hate to have to cut zip ties and stuff off of this thing. I do. So what kind of parts we got over here? So they want you to take the steel ball out. In case there are zip ties inside the INC case, carefully remove them. Careful. Okay. Did LulzBot change the color scheme? No. The LulzBot part of this stream is now ended. On the cable holder, does this one actually have cable holder zippy? It doesn't. So we're good there. Carefully unplug the filament sensor. We can unlock the carriage screws. Yes, this one is telling you not to use the ball. Something I can actually break, that's right. Well, there's one down low, right? Yep. Okay. So how loose can this be? I think we're going to have to pull these zips off. This printer has been rock solid. This really pains me to do anything to it. It prints PETG like a madman. Okay. What happened? Corey donated 10. I'm guessing that was on Streamlabs. I did not get Prusa to sign it. I should have. I didn't even think about that. I should have. Corey, thank you very much for the $10. It is much appreciated. Okay. Remove. That is a tiny little screw right there. It could be. It could be. A mad person? A mad printer? This is my new Prusa, correct. This is the newest one of the family. My other one is over there working with the palette at the moment. So we'll take that off. Don't lose that screw. Wrong color, yeah. All right. We have left the LulzBot portion of the program. That ends our, what did they say? That ends our scheduling day. Oh. I have to say the new one is a lot easier to disassemble than the old style. I have to say that. Okay. When did they tell you to take the fan off? They didn't. Anthony Williams, hey, how's it going? Yes, this is the newest version of the MMU2. West Coast. This wrench is wore out, and I don't like it anymore. We're no longer friends, wrench. This one is less wore out. Our goal is to keep the parts connected. What's a good goal? Their Prusa assembly guide. I'm going to try the buffer out. I want to give it a shot just to see how it works. It is fairly large, but let's see how it goes. Let's just see. Man, this is ridiculous. Inconceivable. I'm just kidding. Wish that print would finish over there. I can hear it churning away and it makes me nervous. All right, this thing's getting ready to fall apart. There's the door. Here's the arm with the ball in it. Is that magnetic? Keep that somewhere so it doesn't roll off. Okay, that is out. That part's off. We need to pull the Bondtech gear off and don't lose them, it says. That's probably good. Let's pull that off of there. My TV's gonna power off. There we go. No, Princess Bride, you got it. I take requests. You mean what I think it means. Walter, if I remember right, that was one of the first things that when you got your green screen, that was one of the first things that you had on it. I thought that was hilarious. That was back in the day. This is not going to be as easy to disassemble as it should be. Do I have a punch? Didn't we buy punches or something and I used them like one time? Somebody was said, hey, you don't have a punch? I thought I had one. I know we use them for something. A worn out bit might have to be what we use. Yeah, I think I looked at that once, trying to turn that timer off. I don't know if I was just not paying attention, but it seems like there was an issue with that and it didn't take or something. I don't remember. It would be good to turn it off though. I don't know how they expect you to get that out of there without ruining this part. It is a great movie. Nail. I don't know how I have anything this size. It's a little small. Might have to go find a punch. I don't want to use a good one of these. We're going for it. We're just going to muscle it out of there. I hope for the best. It's tight. All right, it's out. Extraction complete. Stone Wallace is a famous musician. Awesome. That's not a LulzBot. Yeah, we ended our. Yes, those are the symbols that I have cracked over the years behind me. Those are all A customs, I think. Those two are customs. There's another one over there that you can't see that's just an A. It's not a custom, but yes. See you later, Anthony Williams. Enjoy your Easter egg hunt. What were we doing? It says I need to pull these wires out a bit. Because it's a different configuration. Don't break, don't break. Am I right? Okay, they're pulled out. Extruder upgrade. We want to use the orange part that does not have the ball in it. Late as always, that's okay. You made it though. You made it. Okay, orange part's on. I was a famous musician? Yeah. I don't know about famous. I tried. I did my best. Maybe not my best, but I gave it a shot. Okay, IR sensor that they give me with this kit. These are straight up extruder parts here. I don't know that it's in there. That's buffer parts. Maybe it is in here. Oh, no, here it is. So what do they want? That sensor is what we're looking for. Magnets. That's the old sensor. Bet you this is it. Yes. Happy Easter, George. Thanks for joining the stream today. Have a good rest of your day. Doing well. Pat Prop, doing well. Hope you're doing well. One time at band camp. That's broken. See, these look like identical sensors to me. I think I'm upgrading stuff that doesn't need to be upgraded. Maybe I'll just have a spare. But I guess I could use the existing one. You can upgrade both kits, right? That's what we're going for here. So we'll just do it for best practices. We'll just go ahead and do it. Okay. Then it goes in this little housing with that tiny little screw. Oh, but there's a cover, right? I don't know what's trying to tell me right there, but I'll probably find out when I have to take it back apart. Like that. Later, Walter. Hide the eggs good. There you go. And hide sorry notes. That's pretty funny. .3D printed detector. Awesome. Don't break, don't break. Cool. I've never seen the 3D printed metal detector project. That's pretty neat. Okay, that's all together. Are you kidding me? Hopefully that's telling me that I didn't have to snake that through first. So it wants you to... My part might not be the same as... Yeah, I don't know. I want to take a look inside here, though. Right on. I don't know what the difference is with that power supply. I know that the plug and the switch are on the back of this one rather than on the side now. And the printed cover is much smaller. So I'm not sure what the deal was, why they changed up. But all the new ones are coming like that. All right, what did we do wrong here? So they want it to go through there. And then just out here so we have a little bit of slack. I gotcha. I gotcha. I haven't heard the ticking on this one. We are installing the MMU2S upgrade. So the newest version of the MMU2. That's what we are doing.
Pronounced O'Shaughnessy.
I don't I don't know if it did it that well, but O'Shaughnessy? John O'Shaughnessy, is that good? Thank you very much for the $15, John. All right. I met John at Murph. I did. I met a lot of people at Murph. I will probably take a break in between today's streams because there's another one coming up at 4 o'clock Eastern for Fun in the Country Basement. It will be on this channel. I'm just going to continue to work on this project. But I'll probably take a break and eat some lunch and whatnot. Looks like there's a couple of different styles of connector. Maybe. So that's that piece. Shaughnessy. M10s. What's this other one over here, though? Does that have a screw that goes in? No, it does not. I guess, no, those aren't 10s. Keep rock and roll alive. Later, Alan. Thanks for joining today. Can you use the MK... Yes, you can. I believe you. Yeah, I don't see any reason why not. As soon as you disconnect it, it goes straight into just standalone mode. So yeah, that's no problem. Did I elbow bump Tom? I think Tom and I fist bumped, maybe. I don't remember. I got to talk to Tom for about 45 seconds. Tom's a busy guy. What? We need a little extra slack on our filament sensor wire here. Come on, man. There we go. Much better that way. Much better that way. I don't think a 10mm screw is going to get that, though. That's too short. Missed the LulzBot. Yeah, we did the LulzBot early on. Next big project, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I've got a few things coming up that I need to get done. Working with a few companies. So I need to get those done, but it's you know, it's not like, it's more of a friendly thing. It's not like I'm making money on the deal, but I did agree to help some people out. So I got to get that done. And I'm not sure what builds I really want to do yet. Ten seems a little short for this. There we go. It's short, but it's got a couple of threads on it. Do that, put that in. What is that? That's an 18. The whole thing sets like this. Interesting. We're gonna find out, Dave. You like the guitar amp? I do too. That was fun. Fun build. And we can slide this back together. Looks like pretty much we can just start putting everything back together now. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good, it's really well laid out. There's good documentation for that project. So it would be good for younger people getting started. I think that's an awesome project for them. David just does a nice job. He really does. I don't hear any filament being made over there. You think my print's done or you think it failed? What are the odds? All right. Put our fan back on. One of those is longer than the other one, I believe, because it goes into the fan mount. What is the blue one? The blue one's an 18, the rest are 14s. No, I do not know that channel. There's only a handful of non-3D printing channels that I subscribe to. So if it's not 3D printing, usually exclusive, like, you know, revolving around electronics or 3D printing, I don't subscribe. There are a few that I do. A couple are no longer around. Yeah, hacked them off. Yeah, I know. Most people did. I actually left mine the correct length. I might have shortened them up just a little bit. I don't really remember now. But I know I didn't hack them off like a lot of people did. All right. I'm guessing this is an 18. Good there. What's next? We have our new door. I'm gonna put here's our door. Nut goes on the back of that. Cool. Now we're gonna load our gear. So it goes like this. Here's our gear. We still have our bearings intact. Don't force it, you will break the part. It's good advice, especially when you're me. It spins freely. That's good. We need a of 40. I wonder if that extruder screw is not as long as the new one. Is that what we're saying here? It's an Argentinian channel. Okay, and this is our new door. What? I could have swore it told me to snug that up in a previous step. It needed fixing anyway. All right. We about got this. All right, so when is a good time? So it's almost 1:30. I got to be back down here for the other stream at 3. So I'll probably take a break here in just a moment. I think I'll go over and check that print. Zip ties, zip ties, zip ties. What is it, 2 up and 2 down on this thing?
Goatee to run. Thanks for the stream.
Goatee to run. Nice. Thank you, Red Light. It did not do you justice on your speech to text there, but thank you very much for the tip. Thanks for hanging out today. Appreciate it. It's actually something that came with that computer. It's some MSI knockoff mouse. It's something that came with that machine.
That doesn't look like a LulzBot Mini.
Eddie Mosier, hello, how are you? Thanks for joining. Thank you very much for the $5. We concluded the LulzBot Mini portion of our stream early today because it was quite noisy, and we moved on to an MMU. Thank you for joining, and again, thanks for the tip. I also got to meet Eddie at Murph as well. All right. And that is done. Okay, so this can go on here. I think I have to cut this one for the MMU. James, thanks for joining the stream. You are very welcome for all the videos. I'm glad you enjoy them. Just gotta finesse it a little. Festo, I need a Festo. Here it is. What do I do with those? There they are. Here's my tube. I'm guessing that will all still have to be calibrated. I'm guessing they probably still recommend cutting that door. I think you just have to. See you later, Sergio. Yes, MK3S extruder bits. Hey, Magnus, how you doing? See what it says about cutting that door. Yep, lopping the corner off the door. Which is not my favorite thing to do. Especially with these cheap cutters. So I have some that are somewhat substantial. I don't know if you've ever broken a set of these cutters off before. It's not good. So, everybody put on your safety goggles. By safety goggles, I mean turn your head the other way when you cut it. There we go. No one got injured. We're all gonna go home safe. So brown goes on the top for the MMU2. White goes on the bottom for the filament sensor. Yep. If it'll go in there, it does. And now we need to tag our power on our existing 24 volt lugs. Dropping stuff everywhere. What do we got for this one? So we'll just put them here. Does it give you a preference where they would like you to put these? That's 2.5. They want them on the 5 amp one, I believe. That's what that is. Don't think it's going to matter a whole lot. I will be running, I'm going to try to run a test later during Fun in the Country Basement. If you guys want to join that stream, it will be on this channel. I'm just going to take a short break before we start that one up. So yes, we'll do a test when I come back. How's that sound? Awesome. Hope you had a good Easter. My wife is currently standing in for me at our Easter celebration. So I could do this, which is awesome and much appreciated. Okay. We're good there. Let's see if it boots up. I'll go ahead and close this door. This is it. Or did I lost my square nut too? That's really common for me to lose the one that comes out of the door. I just don't like it when it heads into the electronics box all by itself. That could be disastrous. In fact, let's give it a good once over to make sure that didn't happen to anything today. There's one sitting on top of the fuse. Interesting. I am going to use the new buffer. Yes, I still have to put it together, but I'm going to have to give it a try. I want to see how that goes. Scott Anonymous. Hello. I'm guessing you're from Australia. You have a kangaroo icon. All right. Let's see if this thing will power on. How about that? Let's see if our MMU2 boots. I have no lights on the MMU2 yet. It says MMU2 connected. Oh, no, I do have a light. I just couldn't see it. Cool. We're in good shape. Let's go check. I hope it's the current firmware. 3.7 is on the printer, so that is current. 105.300 is what the MMU has on it. Let's see what the current one is. Yes, 105 is current, so that's good. It booted, it's on. I'm gonna go grab my print. I'll be right back. Gotta go over here. Wanna make sure it worked. Ooh, it's looking good. I think we actually did it this time. How many splices? 799 splices. Wow. Well, first of all, this is the purge block for this model. Ridiculous. Gonna have to have some support cleanup. Indeed. A little bit of color bleed. But this is my Easter version of Joe Prusa. He's purple. Doesn't want to stand up very well either. There you go. There's Easter Joe. Pastel Joe. There you go. Easter version. It doesn't, huh? That's interesting. We'll have to try it. Oh yeah, still at it. We're getting ready to... I'm going to take a break, though. So this is going to be break time. So, MMU's up, working, ready to go. I'm going to build the buffer when I come back. And we'll give it a test print. Fun in the Country Basement, 4 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be right here on my channel. So I'll see you back here in just a little bit of time. If not, thanks for hanging out today. Thanks for all the tips. They're much appreciated. It's always good to get a chance to hang out with all the people in the stream. You probably don't want to see Joe anymore. So there you go. But hopefully you come back. It's a very specialized little controller in there with a couple of stepper drivers. So there you go. Awesome. So we'll be back. Walter's going to be there. I'm pretty sure Glenn's going to be there. I don't know how long Walter's going to be around. He's got the family over. But we should be around for a couple of hours this afternoon. And maybe we'll see this thing kick out a print. Hopefully so. All right. We'll see you all in a few. Thanks for joining again. And have a good Easter. Or what's left of your Easter.